Being pressured asks us to start the day not with a to-do list, but a not to-do list. A moment outside the time-bound world in which it can be recorded and reprioritized. David White. Hello and welcome to a brand new series. This is a series called Moving at the Speed of Your Body. This is the first class in this series called The Pressure of Your Lives. And today we are doing, as always, real yoga for real people. Yoga so you can move better, feel better, and connect with your true nature. I have a testimonial for you today from Darcy that came to me via email. Dear Melissa, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for these wonderful classes that you put so much time and effort in each week. Because of them, I am a lot happier and healthier. I feel strong and confident. I used to follow along a long time ago, but got busy with life and put others before me. I have recently started back up and have decided to do one episode from the beginning each day. I call it Mummy's Yoga Hour. And I am happy today to say that today will be my 78th consecutive day, and I am loving it more and more each day. Thank you again, Darcy. So thank you so much, Darcy, and thank you to each and every one of you that take your time to send your testimonials. Leave your comments on YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, and Instagram, email, and my website. And as always, our most in-depth conversations happen in our membership community. Speaking of which, we did give away our gift membership this past week. We meant to announce it last week on the show and I forgot to do that, but we did welcome in our newest member, Madeline. So congratulations to Madeline. Madeline's been in there for a while. She's already attended a live class with us this past Monday, and she's been all over the membership community doing tons of classes, as I knew she would be, because she's been a very active student of mine. She left tons of comments on YouTube and on my website, and so we've already had quite a relationship between she and I as a student and teacher, so it's great to have her as a member of our community now. And thank you very much to Jennifer who donated that membership for her. Thanks to Squeezed Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I am wearing this blue bamboo tank with the purple om on it and purple long leggings, and thanks to Dusky Leaf for our props. Today you're going to need blocks, yoga strap, and a bolster. We'll start with our peace mantra, so you can bring your hands to your heart center, close your eyes, and turn inwards. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So that mantra means protect us together, student and teacher. May our studies nourish us together. May we come together to work for the union of the good of all. May our learning be luminous and purposeful. May we live in harmony. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Okay, so today we are going to begin with our guided relaxation to center us, as we always do. And since we have a bolster, okay, I was looking for this. It's my charcoal pencil. See, it's good that we film inside sometimes. Since you're going to be using a bolster today, you can put the bolster underneath your knees. And you're going to lie down on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. You're going to place your hands on your belly and close your eyes. Allow your attention to turn inwards. Start to feel yourself settle into the ground. Feel your body begin to relax. Scan your body for any tension and pressure and allow that tension and pressure to begin to release down into the ground. So notice the pressure that exists in your life. Notice the pressure that you put on yourself. And start to see the way that that pressure builds in your body. Notice where the pressure builds in your body. And give yourself permission to let it go. Feel the support underneath you on the ground. Feel your feet. Feel your buttocks. Feel your elbows. Feel your rib cage. Feel your shoulders. Feel your head. And start to feel the tension drain out of your body into the ground. We feel so much pressure in our lives to do more, to be more, to keep up, and this accumulates in our bodies. Allow this to be untethered now. Let these ambitions drop into the ground and allow the earth to receive the tension, the burden, the holding on, the strain, and the load. Let go of the pressure of your life. So begin to form an intention for what you would like to receive in this time that you've set aside for yourself now. What would you like to receive from your yoga practice today? What is it that you're trying to create, sustain, or release in your life? And how can your practice best help you to do that? Then you can go ahead and roll your bolster off your mat. And you're going to inhale, take your arms overhead. Relax your rib cage down and you'll side bend to one side. It doesn't matter which side because we're going to do both sides. And breathe into your side body that you're lengthening. Let your body continue to rest into the ground. And then come back to center. Pause in the center. Feel the difference between the two sides of your body. And then side bend over to the other side. Breathe along the whole long side of your body. Feel your rib cage heavy on the ground. Feel your calves heavy on the ground. Feel the back of your head heavy on the ground. And then come back to the center. And bring your arms down by the side of your body. Take a breath in the center. And notice how this feeling sensation in your torso has changed after doing the side bend on both sides. Notice how there's less pressure in your torso. Maybe you're feeling less pressure elsewhere in your body now as well. Less pressure in around your breath. And then we're going to roll to your side and we're going to set up some props for heart bed. So for this, you're going to need your bolster and your blocks. Just one block, actually. So you'll set your bolster up lengthwise and put a block at the top of your bolster. It's funny, I planned this class earlier this weekend, and then my teacher did this class on Tuesday as well. So yeah, it's funny how things, the 100th monkey thing, right? So you lie down on the ground and you rest back over the bolster and play around with the position of the bolster. I like to have it right up against my buttocks so it supports my back all the way. But move it around until you find a position so that it's comfortable on your back, and take your arms out to the side. So sometimes that pressure feels like it's happening right on your chest, right in and around your shoulders. So I chose this to open up the space where it feels like the pressure is. And you'll just close your eyes here, and there's nothing to do. You just allow the pose to release you, to release the pressure. So we do have an incredible amount of pressure in our lives. And you probably don't have to search that far in your life when you reflect on where the pressure is in your life. But maybe reflect on where you sense the pressure in your body. So I suggested that it might be in your chest, but it might not be. You may feel the pressure from your life somewhere else in your body. Maybe you feel it in your quads, maybe you feel it in your low back, maybe you feel it in your feet, Maybe you feel it in your eyeballs or your temples. Maybe you feel it in your eyebrows. So scan your body and notice where you feel the pressure of your life in your body here. Okay, and then from here you're going to bend your knees and roll to your side and come up onto all fours. And you can put your heart bed off to the side, and we're going to do some cat pose. Okay, so you're going to put your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. If there are any issues with your wrists, you can come up onto your fists or down onto your forearms. And we'll begin by exhaling and rounding up through your back. I'm going to do a waving cat where you shift back and inhaling and arching and coming forward. So our schedules are filled to the brim because we have an enormous amount of personal and professional responsibilities. And you can reflect on what personal and professional responsibilities burden you and where you feel those personal and work responsibilities in your body. And then you're going to inhale, take your right arm out to the side. Exhale, rotate, lower your right shoulder to the ground, tuck your chin. Then you're going to inhale, come out. And we'll do this on the other side. So inhale up. Exhale, rotate. Lower your left shoulder to the ground. Tuck your your chin resting on the left side of your shoulder and the left side of your head. Breathing into the back of your left shoulder, the left side of your rib cage. And then inhale, come up. And we're going to come turn lengthwise on our mat. You probably want some padding for underneath your knees here. And you're going to stand on your left knee. And take your right leg out to the side. Okay. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. And we're going to side bend over your right leg. Open your left arm up for gate pose here. So I think on top of very pressured lives from our personal and our work responsibilities, in this time that we live in, we also have the pressure of media, social media, and advertising, which adds that extra burden of super glossy, perfect lives that are continually paraded across our screens. And so we see images of perfect bodies doing perfect yoga a lot of times, but also, having perfect skin, perfect clothes, perfect bodies. And not just that, but living in perfect homes and having perfect jobs and taking perfect vacations whenever they get tired of their perfect jobs. Okay. So I think if we're honest with ourselves, this exerts extra pressure on our own lives as well. And we feel that in our lives. Okay, so let's come up and we'll do this on our other side. So stand on your right knee now. You're going to take your left leg out to the side. Drop your hip bones so they're level to the ground and also level to the long edge of your mat. And then you're going to inhale, take your arms straight up. And exhale, side bend over your left leg. And then inhale, come on back up. And let's see what's next. Okay, we're going to do lunge pose. Oh, it's a nice big staple. Tim vacuumed before we did this, and now we keep finding... It's like as if you vacuum and everything gets lifted up and then it all falls down after you vacuum. I don't know what happens. Maybe that happens at your house too. You tell me how that happens. Okay, we're going to do lunge pose now. Okay, so use the blanket again underneath your knees for extra padding. And then we're going to walk your left leg through, leaning forward. So in trying to push through and accomplish the to-do list of our lives, we inevitably feel the pressure in our bodies. Feel your left foot heavy on the ground. Feel your right shin on the ground. And feel the opening through the front of your right psoas. Okay, and then we're going to switch sides. So this time you'll step forward with your right foot. And I think the burden of carrying our load is literally felt in our bodies. Okay, so you're going to release, and we're going to put your blanket off to the side now. Let's come through Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, and make our way up to standing. Okay, from standing, we're going to do a little bit of standing side bending. So you'll take your feet underneath your hip bones, lift and spread your toes, sink your legs down into the ground. Feel your spine lengthen up. Inhale, take your arms overhead. And then exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. And as you breathe out and side bend to the right, feel your left outside of your foot on the ground. Breathe in, center. And as you breathe out and side bend to the left, feel the outside of your right foot on the ground. So whether the pressure is imposed externally or whether the pressure is something that you create internally, it is definitely accumulated within your body. And as you do this, you may be able to start to feel, as you breathe out and side bend, the pressure go down the side of your body, down into the ground on each side. And then come back to the center, lower your arms down, and you'll take your feet wide on the mat. And turn your left toes out. Sink down through your left sit bones. Turn your right toes in slightly. Bring your arms up parallel to the ground. You're going to lower your left elbow to your left knee and circle your right arm all the way around. So you come into side angle pose. So through our yoga practice, we create a sacred space. And with this sacred space, we're able to unload our burden. And we unload this burden in a gradual, progressive, and step-by-step way. So when you're in this pose, notice where pressure is building in your body. There's a difference between pressure and support. So feel the support of your lower body. Feel the strength in your legs supporting this pose. But there could be, so one thing I noticed was that I started to create some pressure here in my shoulders to hold my torso up. So if instead I draw up through my pelvic floor, create some length through my spine here, then this elbow just rests on my leg. And then there's less pressure through my shoulder. And I can also start to think about the downward flow of energy through my elbow, through my leg, through my foot and into the ground. And then the pressure through my shoulder releases. Also, I can start to think about that happening all through the pose, so that there's that downward flow of energy through my legs, through my foot into the ground, through my hip, through my back leg into the ground, so that the pressure isn't accumulating in the joints. And then come back center. You're going to turn your toes towards the long edge of your mat. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the outside edges of your feet. Roll your pelvis over your leg bones. And roll forward so that the length of your spine and the crown of your head dip down towards the ground. So first, by creating a sacred space where there is a quiet and a sense of spaciousness, openness, and freedom in our lives, we start to become aware of the pressure and the tension that exists in our body. And with this boundless awareness, we have a choice. And this choice is to release the strain instead of continually holding on and pressing through. So even here, as you begin to feel the pressure and the strain and the pose, you can start to release it down through the backs of your legs, through your heels, through the soles of your feet and into the ground. And through your spine, feel the pressure in your spine, allow it to release down through the back of your spine, through the top of your head into the ground. Any pressure in your shoulders, release it down through your arms, through your elbows, through your forearms, through your hands into the ground. So notice the pressure and allow it to release. And then you're going to come back up to standing. And we're going to do that side angle pose on the other side. So this time you're going to turn your right toes out, turn your left toes in, sink down through your left sit bone. So again, feel the support of your lower body. Bring your arms up to parallel to the ground. Lower your right elbow to your right quad. Feel the support through your torso so that you're not starting to like hang on your hinges here. Circle your left arm around. Reach out through your fingertips. So keep connecting through your feet to the ground to create a support for this pose. And breathe. And when you start to feel the pressure, let it glide down through your torso, through your legs, down through your feet and into the ground. And then you're going to come up again. Turn your toes so they face the long edge of your mat again. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your heels. Feel the balls of your feet behind all your toes. Feel each one of your toes on the ground. And then roll your pelvis over your leg bones. Feel the outside edge of your feet on the ground here. And then feel all the vertebrae of your spine lengthening, releasing, letting go down towards the ground here. Feel your jaw release here. Feel the space between your teeth. Feel your tongue floating in your mouth. Feel the tension on the backs of your legs, in through your calves. And allow that all to release down through the backs of your legs, through your heels, through your Achilles tendons, down through your feet and into the ground. Feel the tension, feel the holding on, and let it go. Okay, and then from here, you're going to actually come down onto your belly. So you're going to lie on your belly. Take your arms out long in front of you, and you can wiggle your hips from side to side just to release your low back, so your low back's nice and loose. Pause here and breathe right into your low back. So I mentioned that maybe your low back is the place that you feel pressure. So let's just take a few breaths into your low back to see if you can have a sense of spaciousness in your low back. And then from here, you're going to start to walk your elbows back so that they come underneath your shoulders. And in this position, to feel the support of your skeleton and relax in this pose. Remember, we're creating a sacred space where there's a sense of spaciousness, openness, and freedom. So that pressure and tension that exists in your body starts to release and let go. So there's no need to continually press through, but that we can let go. And in this pose, you're going to feel that pressure sliding down through your shoulders, through your elbows and into the ground, but also down through your bottom ribs and into the ground. And there will be some pressure being created here in your low back. You don't want to feel any sharp pain or electric or shooting pain in your low back, but we are tonifying your kidneys here in your adrenals. And so that's creating that pressure on those organs in your low back, and that's good. You want that to happen. So sometimes there are pressures that are good that we want to have happen. But continue to release the strain in your shoulders. Allow it to travel down your upper arms, through your elbows and into the earth. Breathe along the collarbones into your shoulders. So send your breath laterally along your collarbones into your shoulders. And feel that sense of spaciousness. So one more breath right up into your collarbones, breathing right along the collarbones, right into your shoulders. Feeling that spaciousness in your body. And then you're going to slowly lower down. Walk your elbows forward again. Lower your forehead to the ground. And breathe into your low back again. Feel your low back filling with air. One more breath into your low back. And then you're going to make your way up to seated. It felt so good to breathe into our low backs like that. Okay. We're going to do Relaxation. So sit with your legs straight out in front of you. And then bend your right leg in. You can wrap your left arm around your right leg and turn towards it. And I think, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then come back to the center and we'll twist to the other side. So bend your left leg in. Wrap your right arm around your left leg and turn towards it. So this is going to get at all those little tiny muscles along your spine and help to create some spaciousness there. And then come back to the center and we're going to finish with Gomukasan, cow's face pose. So this will create some spaciousness in your hip joints and also in your upper chest. So you're going to need your strap for this one probably, and you may need the folded blanket or block for your hips depending on how tight your hips are. So cross your left leg over your right leg. And then internally rotate your right arm and bring it up your back and bring your left arm up and over to meet it. This is why you'll need your strap. So the space that doesn't meet, you'll use your strap to bring your arms closer together, the back. So feel your pelvis heavy on the ground here. Feel your spine. Feel the spaciousness being created in your joints. And then release that and we'll switch sides. So this time you'll have your right leg over your left leg. And if one hip is off the ground, you can fill the space with the blanket or the block. Internally rotate your left arm and bring it up your back. And then bring your right arm up and over. And you can use your straps to fill the missing space. Okay, so again, feel your pelvis sinking into the ground. Notice any tension in your hips and allow that to rest in the ground. Let your buttocks be heavy on the ground. Notice any tension through your shoulders. Allow that to release, relax, and let go. And just become aware of the burden being released little by little in the pose, step by step. And then you can let this pose go from your body. And you're going to rest back for Savasana. So for that I would recommend, because we do have the bolster here as a prop, to place that underneath your legs. And to rest back on your back with your palms. They can be on your belly or they can be palms up by your side. Okay, you stay resting in Savasana here. I'm going to sit up and I have a reading for you today as you rest in Savasana. This reading is from David White's book, Consolations, the Solace, Nourishment, and Underlying Meaning of Everyday Words. If the world will not go away, then the great discipline seems to be the ability to make an identity that can live in the midst of everything without feeling beset. Being pressured asks us to start the day not with a to-do list, but with a not to-do list. A moment outside the time-bound world in which it can be reordered and reprioritized. In this space of undoing and silence, we create a foundation from which to reimagine our day and ourselves. Beginning the daily conversation from a point of view of freedom and being untethered allows us to re-see ourselves and to re-enter the world as if for the first time. We give ourself and our accomplishments, our ambitions, and our over-described hopes away in order to see in what form they return to us. Okay, so you're going to slowly gather yourself up and make your way up to seated. We're going to sit with a mudra together. This mudra is the Ashvaratna mudra. And the way that it works is you interlace all your fingers, and then you extend your thumbs and your ring finger and your baby finger. And you bring this to the level of your heart, in front of your chest. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, breathe naturally. So you're going to imagine that you are mounting a mythical horse that gallops high into the sky. And this gives you a clear view of your entire life. With this bird's eye view, notice what is causing you pressure in your life. And see if there's any wisdom, insight, or vision from this bird's eye view, from this perspective on how you can release this pressure. Okay, we'll transition from here into our moving mudra series to close. Bring your left palm up, your right palm down. Make space with breath and a sigh. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Yoga with Melissa on the pressure of our lives, the first class in the Moving at the Speed of Your Body series. We're going to be alternating between this and the Balancing series, because this is a more yin-focused series and the other one is a more yang-focused series. If you liked today's class, then please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, then we put out a new show every single Friday. If you subscribe to our feed, then it will show up for you. If you know somebody who would enjoy this class, then feel free to share it with them. And we do appreciate your reviews on iTunes as well. So thank you so much for those. I want to thank Adriana, Paige, Hannah, and Sakari for your donations. If you're receiving value from the Yoga with Melissa classes, then we do appreciate your support very much. You can click here to make a donation. You can also contribute of your time and your influence directly through to the next Yoga with Melissa class by answering the following questions in the comments. Where in your body do you feel like you're getting ahead of yourself? What aspect of your embodied experience feels out of alignment in your body? Let me know in the comments, and this will help me as I start to think about putting together this series for you. And if you would like a short 10-minute yoga for anxiety meditation to help relieve the pressure of your life, then if you go to melissawest.com/358, scroll down and put your email in the opt-in box, we will be happy to send that to you. Today we focused on letting go of the pressure in our lives. And if you would like support in doing that every single Monday, then you can join our live classes on Mondays at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time and 5:30 p.m. Pacific time in our membership community. These classes are done in a reclined Savasana position. They are completely relaxing. We begin to awaken the sensations in your body, uncover tension, relax, and let go. And people are receiving so much benefit from these classes. They happen in our membership community. And for those of you that say that you're missing that kind of condensed talk in the middle of my classes, I always give a talk too at the beginning, a little Dharma talk, a little teaching talk at the beginning of these classes as well. So we'd love to welcome you into our membership community. You can click here to become a member. That's where we have our value-added content. You can join a community of like-minded people and receive ongoing support in deepening your yoga practice from myself, from our leadership team, and also a community forum, the weekly live Monday classes, monthly meetups, and our monthly retreats as well. I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean, may you be as rooted as the trees in our forest, and may you be as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti, Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.